and welcome to the features demo for my game Rogue Irregularity. I'm going to focus more on the features that can't be experienced just through playing the game, and I need to simulate these aspects. So we'll start with showing the actual procedural generation for the level. If I simulate, we have a procedural level, a space station that'll spawn with a constant in the center, which is always going to be the starting position. At 5-5 on the array we have the reactor, and at 1-5 we have the oxygen unit. The oxygen unit produces oxygen for the station and links up with blueprint in the character to determine whether the character can breathe or not. And the reactor powers the lighting within the station and the power for the oxygen unit. If we just close this simulation for now, and we'll try and show some of this working. The intention was to have the alien able to attack these station modules, but I haven't figured out how to do that just yet. But if I open up our hero character, and we'll just break this temporarily, and we'll set our oxygen current to 50 so that we can see the changes in oxygen that are taking place. So if we take the reactor room to begin with, and let's show the reactor not functioning. So if we set the reactor to is damaged, which is in place for when the alien is capable of damaging these, and we'll just double check that I'm doing this in the right layer here, and bump back to the persistent level, hide this and simulate again. You'll notice when the reactor is damaged, all of the lighting within the station changes to red. This is to indicate to the player that there's something wrong, the power's out, and this is to emulate like the backup lighting you'd have in an emergency situation. This also affects the oxygen unit, as I mentioned earlier, which stops the player character from breathing. So if we were to drop into the game with this not functioning, you'll notice that if I avoid the alien, the oxygen is actually slowly depleting. And once the oxygen reaches 0, it'll start to deduct the health, which I'll quickly demonstrate in a easier manner here. We set this to 5 to not be waiting for the next 50 seconds, and simulate again. You'll notice that as the oxygen reaches 0, it'll begin to tick away at the health instead. Okay, just back out of there again. Hit a save there, yeah. And I believe that's everything really that I have to show you at the moment. Yeah, we'll just set this back to a non-damaged state, and we'll save. Let's just make sure that this is actually in the right layer once again. Oh, okay. And everything's reverted back to normal almost. And we can set this back to how it's supposed to be, so the oxygen is set to full from the get-go. Brilliant. Now, as I said, at the moment the alien isn't capable of attacking these modules, but it is capable of tracking the player and attacking the player. We can simulate again. The alien operates off a behavior tree, So it has 2 branches to go down. First of all, it will find a random location in the navigable mesh. Then it will move to set location as its target location and move towards it. The second branch is determined by a perception stimulus. If the AI can perceive the player, can see the player, then it will move towards the player, check whether it is in range, and then attack the player. Nice and simple. Something I had planned to do is potentially have the reactor and the oxygen unit appear to the monster as a player, so that the monster recognises them. Maybe give them their own perception stimulus, source stimulus, so that they can be seen by the monster. And hopefully the monster can be programmed to attack those as well and alter their states, which will make this game much more of a game at that stage. But in its current state, it's a nice collection of mechanics, but there isn't a massive amount of things to do within the game. But it is a work in progress, and I hope you've enjoyed this demonstration. Thank you very much for watching.